we're going to dive into the 4 aspects of testosterone and estrogen, compare them to each other, and really look at them, dive deep. How do those 4 elements affect relationships? And have we been making each other wrong? Have we not been honoring those 4 aspects? And before we do that, let's go ahead and watch the video that I have made. It's a short, it's 1 minute long, that has the most views, and I get tons of comments on it, and many comments, mainly from men, not happy about it. So let's check it out. I'm going to share something that'll probably shock you. It shocked me when I first found out about it. So after experiencing the coaching of men and women, and when I talked to many divorced men and women, and when I would ask them, why are you divorced? Why was there frustration? Why the breakdown? Men would say that she complained about him not doing this, not doing that, not doing enough, never enough. When I asked her, she would say virtually the same thing. He's not doing this, he's not doing that. So men never complained about her not doing. Women do. And it upset them that she was upset about his not doing. So my final analysis of this is men want their woman to be, and women need their man to do. What do I mean? Let's go deeper. That was a 1 minute video. I can only say so much in one video. I have found in my coaching that men need admiration and appreciation from their woman. It is like octane fuel in their gas tank. Totally lights them up, and they want to leap that tall building for her. Women, on the other hand, need leadership and cherishing. Equal parts. If he's too much leadership, that's too domineering. We don't like that. And if there's too much cherishing, that's the nice guy that's not attractive. There has to be a balance of both. For women, this is what sustains her attraction to men. And I know this from my own relationships and coaching a lot of people and literally asking them why you got divorced. It's always women saying, he didn't do enough. And when I say didn't do enough, I'm including in that not doing enough, just listening to her and hearing her, okay? Hearing her trying to express herself, not just do the dishes and do that, okay? We're gonna dive deeper into that in a moment. And men, their reason for why they divorced, as I said, is because she's not happy with me. That's what I hear. So it's worth looking at that. Let's look at it. Let's study it. Where is this coming from? Instead of telling me I'm just wrong. Okay, but I'm using my own experiences, anecdotes, and literal research about testosterone and estrogen. All right, so let's go there. So we're going to talk about 4 aspects, and we're going to be able to see how it correlates with what I just said. Testosterone and estrogen. I'm going to look at first for testosterone, performance. And for estrogen, my best description is supports life. So performance supports life. This is a real thing. Testosterone gives that energy, and we'll see with other aspects, the ability to perform, to do, dare I say. And for women, to support life, to be. Literally, when, happens, and a baby is created, she's receiving you inside of her as she's being. You're the one doing the action, putting it in, okay? And I'm basically describing it this way so you can really feel into this do and be, this testosterone and estrogen, okay? So women support life. Our bodies are designed to do that. Everything about us is designed to support life. Remember that. We're going to come back to it. The second aspect, testosterone, strength, estrogen, softness. Now, am I saying women don't have strength and men don't have softness? No, I'm not. But the way we are designed, testosterone really brings that in for men and women. And you see it in their bodies too, physically. Men have harder bodies. They have larger lung capacity, bigger hearts, larger muscles, larger hands, all of it. Even if they're a smaller person, they're larger in all of those areas because they're stronger. You do not see women on the NBA men's basketball team, okay? Or the NFL. There's no women there. There's a reason. I played flag football for a season when I was single, and it was a mixture. Whoa, I hurt myself. And at the time I was much more, I work out now, but I was younger, okay? I was able to kind of hang, but it was rough. And the guys were much rougher, much stronger, much faster than we were, us girls. Okay. That is not a negative. Let's just receive who we are, how we were designed. What if we actually wanted to have that experience this time in this lifetime? Some of us believe that we actually chose to come in as we are. Maybe we're a man in our last lifetime and we want to, what's it like to be a woman? What is it like to support life and be soft? Women's bodies are curvy. Men's are hard. Not so curvy. We have breasts that are soft. We have more fat. I used to work out at Orange Theory with my boyfriend until I discovered Pilates. And man, that was rough. And they've got the, you can see how you're doing up on this board. I would be in the red zone just as much as Steve. He would burn twice as many calories and his numbers were just off the charts. He's a guy. He has more testosterone than me. I have more estrogen than he does. We have both, but our biology shows us that there's more of each in each of us, okay? So we don't need to argue that. And that might have some ramifications. So this man is built with all this more strength so far we've got in performance. And over here we've got supports life and softness. What's the third aspect? For testosterone, aggression. For estrogen, moody, lots of feelings. Okay, we know all the stereotypes about a woman on her cycle. Those stereotypes are true. Our body is literally changing and it needs to have this cycle and do this so we can, back to number one, support life. Yeah, that's pretty incredible. I have been pregnant and given birth, and I just feel so blessed that I got to be a woman in this lifetime to do that. He, on the other hand, has this aggression. Now, here's the key point to know. Both need to be expressed in a healthy way. Healthy expression, balanced expression. So men have aggression. They probably should be working out to get their natural testosterone aggression out. If you noticed, men, boys typically like video games more than girls, although that's shifting a little bit. Again, I'm not making hard lines, but I'm also helping us to try to see why divorce is happening and how we might be making each other wrong and not honoring our biology, okay? The fourth one, protection. On the testosterone side, nurturance on the estrogen side. What do you do with all this strength and aggression? You can protect. Yeah. And the woman, nurturance. And the beautiful thing is there's this thing called yin and yang. Yin and yang. And we desire the opposite because it grounds us. So men ground us women, and women ground men in the ways that we need. And when I say ground, it's that opposite energy that is so grounding. We were designed to have relationships so that we could have that yin and yang and be grounded. So whatever type of relationship you might be in, I'm mainly focused on heterosexual right now, but even if you were not, I can guarantee there is a yin and yang going on that's helping create balance, okay? So in heterosexual relationships, I know all the women I talk to love those characteristics of their man. They're sexy and attractive. They feel good, especially in the beginning of dating. Let's look at them again. Performance, strength, aggression, protection. Of course, that aggression is not directed at her. It's making sure everyone's safe. Okay? That feels so sexy. It feels so good to know he wants to take care of me. Can I take care of myself? I can. But this is the truth. It feels good to have a partner beside you that has opposite qualities from you, that he can bear that load. So I can go over here and do this. Okay? Sure, I can be strong. I was highly successful while my child was young. Guess what my number one regret is? Working too hard while my son was young. I missed out. I was working my butt off and completely exhausted. And I have all those qualities in me: supports life, softness, feeling, and nurturance. But I had to kind of put them on a shelf to go out in the world and make it happen. So I had to be more masculinized. And you know what I realized? It's a sham. I missed out. Now I love and forgive myself. All is well. But it is okay to self-reflect and say, hey, what could have I done better so that I can maybe share it with anybody who wants to hear? It's not worth it to shelve your femininity to be masculine all day and then come home and try to switch gears. So for my example alone, I moved away from being my nurturing, supporting life, soft, feeling self, and was more masculinized more of the time. And I got ill. I did. Do you know how many women I see getting ill these days? Dis-ease? Lots. Could we be going against our natural nature? Too much. The operative word is too much. Please take out of this, balance is needed. Because I actually love working, but if I had worked in a more balanced fashion, I would have been more balanced. And I could have supported my femininity more, my DNA, the estrogen flowing through my body. It's only been recently where I discovered I wanted my femininity back. I missed being me, true to my essence. I missed it. And now I return to it. And I absolutely love it. The same is happening for my guy. He can feel my softness, and it feels so good to him. It feels good to him. That yin and yang we talked about earlier. And he's feeling good to me. I love it when he comes and he makes these plans for us and allows me to be in my softness and my feminine. I love it. It feels so good. This is not less than. It's freaking amazing. And he feels appreciated. Back to that again, that admiration and appreciation. So he's feeling good. So the cycle is positive. So he wants to do more of it. And it stirs up the romance and the intimacy. So are you thinking in your own lives where you kind of got off track? Where maybe you could infuse more of your femininity if you're women, and men more of your masculinity, and both of you understand what's going on and welcome it. It's possible for you. You might need help navigating that, but it's so possible. There's a lot of men out there that don't like it, that their woman talks to their girlfriends. Don't talk about me. Let me tell you guys, you want her to, because women share. When they share with trusted friends, they calm down, their nervous system calms down, they're less stressed, and they're in their femininity more. And they have to get it out. This is a real thing for women. They're not doing it to bash you. Maybe some women do, but most of us don't. We need to be able to express and help each other and support each other. This is very positive. If you make that wrong, this is natural in her estrogen, in who she is, feelings based, needing to share those feelings. They just need to be seen. That's it. And they need to be seen by you when she shares with you. But just so you know, when I'm coaching women, I do advise them not to lay everything on you. They do need trusted friends. And everyone could honestly use a coach or mentor to talk these things out with. So if anything, suggest, yeah, you know what? I do think it'd be great if you had friends to talk to or a mentor or a coach to talk to. I think that'd be awesome. That's leadership. That is absolutely leadership because you're honoring her DNA and what she needs. Leadership includes confidence, responsibility, showing up. Those are all leadership traits because you're going to love this one, men. That testosterone causes you to not feel good, actually lose your healthy testosterone levels, to have to talk about feelings too much. Yeah. Can you believe that? She wants to talk about feelings, but for you to talk about your feelings, it actually drags you down. I'm not saying you can never talk about your feelings, okay? Get this right, it's balance. But it's good to know that the way you can keep your testosterone in a healthy level is to just listen to her. Just listen without comment, without defensiveness, for her to share her feelings. Again, women are emotion-based. We nurture life, okay? We support life. We're softer. Do not make that wrong. She needs to share her feelings. You are not meant to react to those feelings. Be the strong pillar that you are and just let her express. Now, if she says something that you're not liking, this is where men, I believe you need help with communication skills. Number one, absolutely don't take anything personally and do not be defensive. That is your ego. And if you are prone to do that, hit me up. I swear to you, hit me up. That has to shift. So if you're unable to do it at this moment, it's okay. We're all learning. But you can drastically transform your relationship by attending to that big issue that is very common for men to do that. But in the presence of your woman, you went to the unhealthy version of your testosterone. So your testosterone is not at a healthy level in the moment. Our levels fluctuate and change. To keep it at a healthy level, just listen. And in that moment, if that's all she needs is to just listen, just do that. If there's a complaint and it's the end of the day, that is actually very hard for you guys to hear that at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, after you've performed all day, you just want to relax and decompress. You do, and I think that needs to somehow be honored. Meanwhile, with her estrogen and her desire to support life, women can see everything that needs to be done to support that life. And if they see you sitting on the couch, that's going to feel unfair to them. So women need to understand that too. But I get it. It's hard if you're both working. if you're both working and you're both tired and things need to get done. There's got to be a lot of communication and negotiating going on to honor each of you. Did you hear that? I'm on both teams. I'm cheering for both sides. So back to if she needs to share or she has a complaint. If you take it personally, dude, you have just lost all your leadership and you're in an unhealthy level of your testosterone. I believe in you. You can just listen. And if there's a complaint and a solution needs to be brought forth, you can say, I hear what you're saying, and I really want to make sure we both feel good about this. This weekend, I'm going to set aside some time. You let me know what time's good for you for us to really talk about what can be done. Because I hear these guys talk about, she wants me doing everything and then I'm just like, well, where's your leadership? Did you sit down and write down maybe all the tasks that need to be done in the house and created a plan? No, you just complained. That is not using your testosterone in a healthy way. It's not. That's not being a grounding force for her. That is totally dropping from your leadership and your cherishing. So, are you kind of flowing with me here? So let's get back to that. Men need their woman to be, and women need their man to do. It's really true. To sustain attraction. And this doing includes leadership and cherishing in equal parts. So she still wants to be courted. She still wants romance because we're soft and we feel and we're nurturing. Okay? And if you provide some of that romance, you will get a wild tiger in the bedroom. You will. Because she'll feel safe to let the beast out, the sexy beast, the one that, woo, get you going. It's true. And if you want to say, I've tried that, I don't believe you. I don't. Now, sure, there's some true diagnosable narcissists out there that none of this is going to work for, but there's a lot less than you think. The whole world is not filled with narcissists. You've got some people that tend to be a little bit more selfish, but they can learn to be less selfish. Selfishness is narcissism, but if you're truly a diagnosable narcissist, you have very high levels of selfishness and no capacity for empathy. So that is what distinguishes it. No empathy whatsoever. But if a woman does not experience your doing, your leadership and cherishing, her attraction to you will fade. We're different than you men. We're not just turned on by how you look. And it certainly isn't a turn on when you lack leadership or you're overly cherishing, the too nice guy that doesn't have any leadership. Like, we need that in a healthy proportion to sustain our attraction. And then you've got happy, soft, feminine wife, which fuels you. You will feel so good around her. So the two do work together so beautifully. It's a dance. So there you have it. That's what I've got for you in this video. I look forward to your comments. Ask more questions so I can go down different avenues and hopefully explain this even more, because relationships can be this beautiful experience, growing together, enjoying each other, flowing together. But yeah, it might be rocky for a bit till you get on solid ground and accept each other's biology. And don't forget, I can help you get started with this workbook. It's really fun, you guys. Like, I've got pictures, diagrams, really large writing, so that is actually fun. There's nothing threatening in this, both of you get to learn about each other in this book. Learn how to value each other. It is incredible. Some great communication tools in this too. This is a great place to start, guys. You purchase this. Don't have her purchase it. She's purchasing it out of desperation because she so badly wants to see your leadership. But what if you purchased it and you brought it home and said, let's do this together this weekend? In fact, I have a ritual that I believe if you did every single week, it'd probably take you 15 minutes of your time that will knock your lady's socks off. Yeah. Another possible workbook that you might need is this one. There's a lot of people that are overgivers out there, both men and women. So if you are an overgiver, I really highly recommend this book. All of my workbooks are on Amazon, and in the description, I have links to them. All right, you guys can do this. I believe in your resilience. I really do. Thank you so much.